Have you ever woke up and stopped to think how blessed you are? Some of us tend to take what may be seen as the small things in life for granted, without knowing that someone else would die to have those small things. We as a society put more emphasis on material things rather than trying to practice and instill lifelong values in ourselves. After watching many documentaries and researching some of the most common excuses and self-limitations we place on ourselves, it is easily seen that we do not take advantage of the resources that are available to us. Instead, we feel sorry for ourselves and make excuses when things do not happen as we planned, which is simply a result of not taking action. The excuses we make in life need to be thought over because physical conditions, unfortunate circumstances, and the expectations others have for us should not determine our future or stop us from achieving what we desire. In this speech, I'm going to tell you why a majority of the excuses we make are not valid reasons for not achieving what it is we want to achieve. First, I'll start off with the physical conditions as an excuse. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to live life with no arms, no legs, or neither? I'm sure you haven't, because this is not a situation that you are faced with on a daily basis. However, this is the case for Richie Parker and Nicholas James. Richie Parker is a young man that was born with a non-genetic birth defect that caused him to have no arms. Regardless of this condition, never did he feel sorry for himself or think of himself as being incapable of doing things that someone with arms could do. He is a vehicle engineer at Hendrick Motorsports, which is the most winning organization in NASCAR. He uses his feet for most of his tasks just as good as anyone could use their arms. This was his dream job, and he believed that he could achieve what he desired, and he is now living his dream despite his physical condition. The Urban Guru, a common website that addresses a variety of popular topics in today's society, states that the problem is we often identify our lifestyles with our personality, and we secretly are addicted to the person who we think we are. We are secretly addicted to who we think we are. Nicholas James is another young man that is faced with a physical condition that refuses to make excuses or feel sorry for himself. He has no arms and no legs, yet still has managed to maneuver himself around and complete tasks, just as if he did not have this condition. Today he is a loving father and a successful motivational speaker. Both of these men admit that life is not easy and can be a struggle at times, but still have found ways to achieve their dreams. Although many believe that physical conditions do hold people back from being able to do certain things, for example, someone with no legs may not be able to run. However, there's always other ways they can get the job done due to adjustments that have been made, such as prosthetic legs or wheelchairs. You should not let physical conditions hold you back because these limitations can be overcome, and all it takes is determination and the willingness to succeed. Unfortunate circumstances are another factor that is often used when making excuses. Although there are unexpected obstacles that we are faced with in life, they have to be overcome and are not an excuse for not achieving what we want in life. An unfortunate event that I was faced with happened freshman year when I had just come to LSU. I was preparing for my first college track meet, and my grandfather was to fly out that weekend on Saturday to watch me run. He ended up passing away on that Friday. I was devastated, and it was very hard for me to deal with. However, I realized that I had to be strong, and dwelling on the situation would not change what happened. Although my coaches and teammates were very supportive, I knew that they were still counting on me to perform, and I went out there and did just that. Another unfortunate circumstance that many of you may be familiar with is the circumstance that Jennifer Hudson was faced with. In a nutshell, her former brother-in-law killed her mother, brother, and nephew. I can't imagine what it would be like to deal with something this extreme. However, within due time, she got through this rough patch in her life and used it as motivation to become even more successful. Tim Stack, the author of an article on the issue from Weekly Entertainment, quotes Jennifer saying, "The only thing I can do to honor their memory is make them proud." Since then, Hudson has won many major awards, including Best R&B Album at the Grammys. There is always someone that has it worse than you and still has found ways to get through and make the best out of their unfortunate circumstance. Lastly, the expectations that others have for us should not be an excuse for not being successful in life. If someone has a disability, automatically people expect them to be incapable of doing things that others without the disability If someone has a disability, automatically people expect them to be incapable of doing things others can, yet the person with the disability does not see themselves as being less capable. For example, my best friend's little brother has autism, and students automatically assume that he could not remember certain things, when in fact his ability to remember things was amazing. They also assume that he could not participate in physical activities in PE classes and things like that when he could and loved doing so. Achieving your dreams and being successful starts off with the way you think. If you think you can do something and you truly believe in yourself, then you can achieve anything you put your mind to, regardless of your situation or the expectations others place on you. Just because someone has low expectations of you does not mean that you have to live up to their expectations. When I first started track, I wasn't that good, and I was told that I would not make it far by many, including my school coach at the time. Regardless of their expectations, I did not settle, and I worked for what I wanted and achieved it. Joan King, the author of the article Positive Mental Imagery, states that to play at your best, you must believe in yourself. You must believe in your body's ability to perform. You must believe that you can get better. This can be seen as a generalization fallacy because a general conclusion can be drawn that others' expectations do not determine your success based on this specific example from my experience. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Many of us today make excuses that are simply unacceptable and are not the reason why we cannot achieve our goals and dreams in life. Achieving your dreams simply have to do with how strong your desire is to do so. The only person that can stop you is you. The excuses we make in life need to be thought over because physical conditions, unfortunate circumstances, and the expectations others have for us should not determine our future or stop us from achieving what we desire. We need to stop feeling sorry for ourselves and making excuses for certain things that don't happen for us in life because we all have the capability of achieving what we want to achieve, even if it has to be done in a different way. If you want something bad enough, go get it and don't stop trying until you get what you want. Thank you.